if Pueblo were picked out as a target. And by the way, this state doesn't begin and end at the Denver city limits. I had the honor of serving this, and I was in your area for many years. My family came out of Walsenburg for many years. And it's a constant battle with some of the big city thoughts back there to say, wait a minute, look at the jobs down in Pueblo. Look at what we've got. It's going to hit this tax. One of the 13 is an energy tax. We've never had an energy tax like that, or if we did, we had something similar in 1931. So they decided to go out, despite the fact that the steel mill across the street said, wow, this could cost us up to $2 million a year. Divide that by 365 days and figure out what that does to jobs. Summit Brick, how many jobs could be cost here if business doesn't pick up and the state comes down here and increases taxes? It goes to jobs. It's exactly the reverse of what we need to be doing. The reason I came down here is these votes have not yet, or these bills have not yet been signed by the governor. We still have a couple of days to express our opinion. So I'm trying to rally troops. This is one of many stops we're making. Just rally troops to call up and say to your state legislators, hey, don't raise these taxes. And I know Joe said earlier that somebody said to him, well, you know, business needs to contribute more or something. The best contribution you're given are jobs. That's what people want, jobs. They want to be able to go home with job security. And today, across the state, happened yesterday, it's going to happen tomorrow, 275 people. That's the rate of people that right now are getting laid off in this state, and they're up there raising taxes. And again, the consensus that we have put together, I'm a consensus builder. We're within a vote on several of these bills. We can stop these tax increases. And the way to increase revenue for a state, for our roads and for our schools, are more jobs. And when I said these wounds are self-inflicted, I mean, I don't understand what they don't get. But what do you have to say to them to say what you're doing on these tax increases is going to make Tom have to maybe lay somebody off down there? Look at what it costs your company. What don't you get about a job? They rewrote the natural gas exploration rules and regulations this year. It cost us tens of thousands of jobs. Those are jobs we didn't have to run out of this state. Those are jobs we want in this state. And it's the same thing here. Why are we running off trying to break the backs of the very people right here that are providing and working those jobs? And I know I sound like a repetitive record, and I know I sound a little rushed and a little panicked. I'm not panicked. It's kind of a balance between a little anger and a little, I don't get it. They don't get it. We need jobs in this state. So what I've asked today is to come down. One, I want to reintroduce myself to a lot of you folks and some of you that I haven't met. Two, tell you, we're very proud. I'm glad you got a job and you work for a great company. And again, the first things they said to me when I went in there was they talked about the people that worked with them, the families. And we want to be able to continue that. So I'll tell you that I will keep that at the very front of my mind. This isn't as much a campaign stop, although obviously I'm running for office. And it's important, my campaign, because I've been preaching this for over a year. But they're not listening. They're not listening. They don't listen when we talk about the Second Amendment. They're not listening when we talk about jobs. So I say, well, I'm going out on the road because we still have a few days. So what can we do? What's our call to action? I'm just asking each of you, if you get an opportunity, call your state representative, your state senator. Now, we had some Democrats, I don't think we had any out Pueblo, but we had some Democrats who voted against this. Call them up and say, hey, and if you can, send an email or call the governor's office. Now, you're going to get a recording or not, or call the mayor's office in Denver and say, go across the street and help stop this. They're not law yet, but they will become law here in the next